Check this out. Brand new. It was a pack that came with this bad boy. And also all of these accessories and 2 more of these, but I'm not going to get them out because I don't feel like it. But yeah, look, all these accessories. And this is brand new. This is brand new. Never used it, right? This is the one that I use. This is the one that I cannot get rid of. Look at this. Look at this. Absolute shameful. Look at these cracks. Look at this. Like, absolutely shameful, right? Got a brand new one. I won't use it. I will use the old one. Yeah, look. You push this, and this bit comes up. But you push this, it's broken. It's broken. But I can't let go of this. I can't let go of it because I don't know. Sometimes I think it's because I'm just waiting for it to break. Hello, how are you? I have been doing some cleaning in my house. All of the things that I have accumulated over the years, I have often just thrown into my cupboard and then shut the door. For me, that is a great way of clearing clutter. When I was a child, I just used to push things under my bed, put the blankets over the top, and then my room would look clean, or I would pick things up and shove them in my wardrobe and then close the door, and that's good, but you know, I wouldn't open the wardrobe. So this has been a huge pattern in my life for as long as I can remember. But every now and then I will come to a point where I will open a cupboard and I'll feel super depressed. And every single cupboard that I have been opening in my house is just... So I have been spending the past couple of weeks clearing all this stuff out. I've been pulling out each individual cupboard and I have been cleaning them, and then I have been sorting things out and then putting things back again. This has been a really long process. I'm not even halfway through. So I thought today we could go through a few simple tips that I feel will be helpful for you. We seem to have 2 camps within OCPD when it comes to stuff in our house. On the one hand, we've got the people that have so much stuff in their house that it brings them so much anxiety that nothing gets done. And on the other hand, we have people who have pretty much nothing in their house and they have a really easy time of letting go and throwing things away and living the minimalist lifestyle. It's pretty obvious that I am in this camp. These tips are more for people like me. So if you are in Camp B and you're really good at keeping a minimalist lifestyle and throwing things away, please leave in the comments below your thought process and how you keep your house wonderfully minimalized, because teach me. Oh my god. The first thing I recommend when trying to declutter your house and you have OCPD is to take photos. Taking photos of the things around you help in motivation. They will help let you see the clutter for what it actually is. We are either closing cabinets and drawers and doors to hide the clutter or shoving it under the bed. We are shoving it in places where we can't see it, or we get to a point where we just decide that we don't want to see it anymore and our brain will just filter it out. So taking photos of the areas that you know are common areas that are full of clutter in your house, really, really helpful. It lets you see the big picture and all the things that are there and in it. And as you clean, you can also take photos, and even an after photo is really good too. And that will let you see the progress that you are making as you declutter. The next one, beware of shifting and moving things. Something I learned from watching TV shows about hoarding is that when you have a person who likes to hoard and has a hard time letting go of their hoard, they will often pick things up as they're decluttering and just move them into a different room or move them into a different pile. Be really aware of this if you like to do this, because you're taking clutter from here and you're putting it over here. You don't want to be doing that. You really want to be making a decision about whether you want to keep this particular thing or whether you want to get rid of it. Having said this as well, if you are the type to just kind of throw things around your house and you do actually have specific areas for specific things, like for example, bathroom items go in the bathroom, laundry items go in the laundry and your laundry items are currently in your lounge room, then there's nothing wrong with picking up the laundry items and putting them in your laundry and then coming back to the laundry later to clear it out and make a decision about whether you want to keep those things or not. So it is you have to be very on top of your brain. It's very easy to look at something and be like, oh, I just don't want to get rid of that, and not really understand the reasons why you don't want to get rid of it, and then putting it in an area where you don't see it anymore, which means you still get to keep it, but you avoid that anxiety of trying to make a decision about whether to keep it or not. The next one, I do the moldy sandwich question. I have code words that my partner and I will use when I am displaying the trait of the inability to let things go. He'll ask me if I really want to keep the moldy sandwich. It doesn't really matter what it is. It could be a box, it could be a lid. I have a hard time of letting go of lids. Old clothes, old shoes, things like that. She'll say, Eden, it's a moldy sandwich. Can we get rid of it? Do we really need it? Can we get rid of the moldy sandwich? It's a bit of a bastardized reference to the hoarding episode of South Park. The direct quote is like a baggie with a moldy sandwich with maggots in it, something like that, but moldy sandwich just works better. He uses that with me to kind of just bring a little bit more light to the situation, and when he knows I'm starting to feel a bit anxious about throwing that particular thing out, he can just ask me, look, it's a moldy sandwich, do you need it? Is the item broken? Does the item serve a purpose? Is it rotten? Is it old? Do you use it anymore? Can you upgrade it? Like, for example, have you bought something to replace that item and you just can't let go of the current item? If you answered yes to any of those questions, you can give yourself permission to throw that item out. Often I think that it's because we have such an emotional connection to the items around us. Because of this, it's very easy for us to be using a particular thing and then buy a replacement for the thing, and the replacement will just kind of sit dormant in wherever it is. I'm really guilty of doing this. So if you are the type to do this, you can give yourself permission to throw that item out, especially if you've got a replacement item. The next one is very basic motivation. It is just simply reward yourself with each area you declutter. If you're going through individual drawers and wardrobes and you're finding items that you know you can sell, why not sell those items and then use that money to reward yourself with something that you like? Me, for example, I have been rewarding myself by buying lots of storage items because I like keeping things nicely stored. By rewarding myself by buying nice items that I can then store things and they look good in, I am giving myself motivation to continue to clear through and work through the clutter. You want to be decluttering first, not going out and buying the item first and then saying, right, I'll reward myself by using the item afterwards, because you're then just getting the reward before the actual hard work has even happened. So always reward yourself as you go. Next one, if you have OCPD, you'll really like this one. Make a list. We love to make lists. Unfortunately, we will fixate on the list so much that we will completely lose sight of whatever task it is that we're actually doing, so do be cautious with this one. Making a list and breaking down the steps that you need to take with each individual area that you want to declutter is a lot of work, but it will also help motivate you to see what exactly you need to do with that particular area to declutter it. And if you get lost, you feel overwhelmed, you're not sure what to do next, you can go back to the list and go, okay, what have I done so far on the list and what can I do next? The next one, don't be afraid to say goodbye to the item. If you bought something that you've never used, but you kind of think to yourself, yeah, but I might use it one day, you don't have to hold onto that item just because there's a maybe involved there. You can give them away, you can donate them, you can sell them. With OCPD, it's very hard for us to throw things out, but it is easier for us to give things away. If you can and you want to do it that way, or you can sell it and then use the money to reward yourself. The next one is to remember to just take things one step at a time. Don't walk into your house or your special area and go, right, I'm going to clear this entire place and I'm going to do it in one day. Because it's not going to work. You're just going to feel overwhelmed because there's too many things to do, and then you'll probably just end up walking out and going and doing something else instead. Take your time. It's okay if it takes a month to declutter your house. You do you. The next one is body doubling, or the buddy system. Get a buddy to come over and help you out. If you want motivation, sometimes just having a body in the room talking to you keeping you entertained while you're doing the cluttering just makes a world of difference. I always find that the most boring tasks in my house are done at lightning speed if I just have somebody keeping me company. Having somebody there to talk to and keep your spirits up and keep you motivated as well is super, super handy. And then you also have somebody that you can consult if you're not really sure what you want to do with a particular piece of clutter. Next one, if you don't want company, there are other options. You can listen to your favorite music to help pass the time and put the TV on so you have some sound and something that you can focus on every now and then if you want to break from looking at all the clutter. White noise machines, maybe you can have a YouTube video playing. I like listening to my favorite music because it keeps me positive, upbeat, and moving forward and not thinking too much about the clutter that I'm trying to get rid of. I think it's because I'm so focused on enjoying the music, I'm not there asking myself 50 questions about the potato crisper that I bought for $5 and whether I actually want to keep it or not, even though I only used it once and didn't like the result, but not really sure, but maybe I should try using it again. Last tip. If you're losing motivation, take a break, come back to it another day. If you want to find some quick motivation, it's very easy to do. All you need to do is look up videos on hoarding. Then you get to see other people's hoards, other people's clutter, how they deal with their clutter and why they have their clutter, and it will just make you feel not only a little bit better about the hoard that you have, but also give you that motivation to continue to work through and clear it out. Honestly, every time I watch those hoarding videos, I always get scared back into action again. I see the mountains of garbage that some of these people have and I just go, oh man, I don't want to turn into that person, and that will usually be enough for me to go, right, I'm getting back to it then. I hope that you were able to get some insight into how to clear the clutter out of your house with OCPD. If you want to support my channel, you can subscribe, like, comment, and share my videos. This lets the algorithm on YouTube know that my content has value and it will share it around to more people who need it. Good luck with your decluttering. Let me know in the comments below how you go with your decluttering too. I would be very interested to hear that. So it was really good seeing you today. Until next time, my name is Eden. I have lots of ideas and I'll see you again to talk about another one. I mean, this part's still okay. We'll just keep this part. Let's say goodbye to these. I really don't want to, but... okay, bye-bye. Super useful. Had a great time with you, but you're going in the bin. Bye. I gotta sit down. Ugh.